Hey everyone, Garland Coulson, Captain Time here. I'm going to talk about my 2021 productivity tools, what I'm using every week to stay productive. In this video, I'm going to talk about what the tool is, how I use it, why I like it, why I chose it over the other ones. I'm only going to talk about tools that impact my productivity on a weekly or daily basis rather than tools I just use from time to time. And I will provide you with a link down below where you can access the tool. My channel is community supported, so I'm always going to be upfront about whether I'm paid to recommend a tool or service. All the tools I'm mentioning here are tools I use every week. So I'm recommending these tools to you, not because I'm being paid to recommend them, but because I use them. However, some of these tools do have affiliate links. So if you do follow the links below, I might make a small bit of money for my channel. You can also support my channel by liking and subscribing this video or by checking out my Patreon page. And if you'd like to have me show your app or your tool, do a custom video for it, please contact me. Your mileage might vary. We've all got different needs, working habits, learning styles. So the tool that's right for me is not necessarily right for you. So you want to be looking very carefully at what your needs are, not just saying, oh, Garland uses it, this must be the one that's right for me as well. So let's talk about the very first tool. And the very first tool that I use is a tool to help me find other tools. And this is called AppSumo. So as you've probably figured out, pretty much every app that you work with right now needs you to pay $10 or $25 or $100 a month to keep using the tool. And this can add up very quickly. I probably spend at least $500 to $700 a month US on the different tools that I use to run my business. That gets pricey. So what AppSumo does is AppSumo helps you find alternative tools that you may not have come across before. These are usually the up and coming tools, new entries into the field. And what they give you is a lifetime deal. So what happens is instead of paying $20 a month forever, you might be able to get that tool for $59 or $79 for a lifetime. So this is a really intriguing way to do this. So this helps the new app providers because they get thousands of new people using their tool quickly and they get some income that lets them build for the long term. And it's great for people like me who don't want to be paying, hundreds of different apps, $20 a month each, because that just gets really expensive. So I've replaced 4 or 5 of my $20 a month apps I used to use with tools like this. So it works out quite well. Now, these are not always the best in the field. So you have to look at them very carefully to make sure they do what you want. AppSumo is really good about refunds. So if you're using it quickly, test it out within a week or two. I don't know what their refund policy is, so check that first. But I've never had a problem when I've tried a tool and it didn't do quite what I wanted and I've asked for a refund. AppSumo has been awesome about giving me a refund for that. So great way to find other apps that might be useful for you. The next tool is Gmail. I use Gmail because it's great at keeping the spam out of my inbox. Also because so many other things connect to it or integrate with it. So if I'm working with a lot of different tools I need to integrate, and I'll talk about how I integrate them later, pretty much everything is going to integrate with Gmail. So that's why I use it. Great tool. I use it to both look at my Gmail email, but also my email, garland@captaintime.com. I also pull all my email into there. You can use filters to be able to filter it, to be able to, send things to different folders. And I find it just works very well for me. Next is Google Calendar. I use Google Calendar to keep track of all my appointments. I also use it to help my clients with time blocking. I also use it to see my wife's schedule. So we've made a commitment to only work with 1 vehicle instead of 2. Since we largely work from home, it's pretty easy to work around that way. So by looking at her calendar, I can see when she's got to go, say, to a dentist appointment or a doctor's appointment or has the car for something. So it helps us do that as well. So on time blocking, as you can see, I'm showing here just an example of how time blocking could work for a client. So it's just a great way to show my appointments. I can set reminders for it. Once again, the reason for choosing Google Calendar is it integrates with pretty well everything. So if I need to make an integration, Google Calendar will let me do that. Next tool is called Rambox Pro. And I'll just run a short video that kind of shows you how it's working. So what Rambox Pro does is it lets you create these kind of workspaces along the side here, and then you can choose within each workspace what is there. So for example, for myself, I might be showing my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, my mind mapping, my Google Calendar, and my email. I can set up a separate one for each of my different clients and a separate workspace for each of the different projects that I'm working on. One thing I really love about this is if you're ever managing YouTube channels for clients, this is awesome, because if you click on the YouTube channel in the client area, it logs you in as that client, not as you. And then that way you're not getting messed up. So I know I've had a horrible time where I go to upload a YouTube channel and then find that I'm still logged into my client instead of me. And I nearly uploaded my YouTube video to my client's channel, or vice versa, almost uploaded my client's video to that one. So it's a great tool. Again, it's one I use every day. So next is Cyberlink. I use their screen recorder. I've used their screen recorder to record this video, and their Power Director, which is a video editing program. I find it works really well, quite powerful, easy to use. So it's what I use to pretty much do all of my video work. Next is Phrase Express, and this saves me hours every day. So what Phrase Express is, it's a text expander that lets you put in a few keystrokes, and then it will drop in a whole marketing message or a whole email or something like that. So for example, if I type in just a few letters, I can get that whole marketing, email that you see there. So fantastic tool. I use it for URLs. I use it for symbols like euros and Great British pounds if I have to ever invoice people in other currencies and things like that. Saves me a ton of time. And I've got other videos that go some more depth into these, so you can certainly check those out as well. For passwords, I use KeePass, free tool, and it lets me easily keep all of my passwords safe, and that way I can use, it will generate passwords for me, more complex passwords, and then I don't have to remember that horrible long password, and instead I can just copy and paste it and put it into any of the places I need it. MindMeister. MindMeister is a great mind mapping program that lets you easily create and share mind maps online. I am a MindMeister certified expert, so if you need help with mind mapping or MindMeister, please do contact me. And I have already uploaded my MindMeister review separately in my YouTube channel. So if you have a look for that, if you want to see it. But mind mapping is just a great way to brainstorm, do new product ideas, take notes, run meetings. Just an awesome tool. I use mind maps pretty well every week, and I'm always creating new mind map templates for my clients as well. This is the Mangools SEO system. This particular one being shown is their keyword finder, and it's the best tool that I've found to do my search engine optimization. So whenever I do content, I quickly use this keyword finder to find out the top keywords for whatever I'm looking for. I could easily just tick the boxes here and make a list, generate a list really quickly. Works fantastic. I use this for my clients when I'm doing keyword research for them. Mangools also will do rank tracking for you, backlink tracking as well, and a number of other areas, and it's quite affordable. Zapier. Zapier is an amazing tool that I use. Runs in the background all the time, so I don't necessarily log in every week, but it's running every day for me. So what Zapier does is it lets you connect other online services. So one great example that I have is I automatically have Zapier put, when people sign up for a free trial through our email list program, I automatically have it create a contact in our CRM and then automatically create a follow-up task to go ahead and follow up. And that's all handled through Zapier. So just an amazing tool to be able to pull these things together. HubSpot CRM is a free tool that you can use to keep track of your clients or your leads and follow up with them. Here's an example here. It shows how many emails I'd sent that week and whether I'm up or down over the previous week. Shows my task performance, keeps track of everybody. It's searchable. I can, it'll also track email that I've sent out and if it's been opened and those kinds of things. Just a great tool for being able to follow up with clients, and it's free. This is an image tool that I use called Riot. I think it's for radical image something or another, optimization tool, something like that. So what I do is I can drag an image into it and then it will automatically compress it for using on the web. So this works fantastic when you're creating blog posts and things like that and you don't want to be loading a 2 or a 5 or 20 megapixel picture that you've taken. Instead, you can create an image that uploads really quickly. So VLC is a video player, and of course I do use it to play videos and to view videos. It's my default video player. But what I use it for is I take my videos that I create and then I create an audio podcast for it as well. So VLC is just great. I can upload, as you can see, I've got the file, it's the source file there, and then I can just choose how I want to convert it, in this case to audio MP3, and then it will create that file for me. Works amazing. Google Docs is a great way to create documents you share with your clients. I do create a lot of checklists that I share with my members, with my clients, with my Patreons online. And so it's just a great way to be able to use it because you can set it up that people can automatically copy it and then use it for their own use. Simplero is a tool that I use to create membership websites and to host my online courses. So it's been a great tool for that to be able to, I've set up my virtual assistant mentorship program at vamentors.com. So you can check that out and see how it looks there to see what it's like. But it's been a great tool. It has more flexibility and works better for this than any other tool that I've used. Every other tool that I've used to host courses can't also handle a membership website. Simplero does both. MailerLite is my chosen email list management program where I send out my campaigns, where I build my list in. Much cheaper than MailChimp that I used to use and more flexible than MailChimp because it works on a subscriber base focus instead of a list based focus, which means one subscriber can belong to multiple lists, which if you do a lot of webinars, which I do, is a great way to be able to handle it. And all the workarounds for MailChimp were horrible to work with. So great tool, has autoresponders. You can run email campaigns, create pop-ups, create landing pages as well. It's just a really great tool. ZenKit To-Do is my chosen to-do list. It's a very minimalist to-do list, but what I also love about it is I can create folders or lists that hold all my different tasks for each project, but then I can create templates. So I can create a template, for example, you see one of the checklists here for video content has 22 different subtasks. So I've created that as a template. So every time I do a new video, I just copy that video template into my current content task list and I'm good to go. So it works phenomenal to save me time by doing that. As I tick off each of the subtasks, it will show me what percentage is complete. Very lovely tool to work with, very intuitive and very minimalist, which I like. YouTube. I love YouTube. I use it for research. I use it for entertainment. When I want to find out something, I use it. And of course, I use it for marketing. I post all my videos on YouTube. It's been a great way for me to connect with people, a great way for me to share what I'm doing. And it's like having your own television channel. So how can you not use such a great, amazing, free marketing tool as YouTube? Another tool that I use that helps me with YouTube is called Tubix. Tubix helps me optimize my videos for YouTube. So when I click on a video, it will help me find good tags that will work with it, help me work with it, rewrite the description, and just gives me some good things that I can use to make sure that my content has a higher chance of being found in YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed this. Tell me if you want a more in-depth look at any of these tools. Put in the comments below which tool you'd like me to show in more detail, and I'd be happy to create additional videos for you. Please hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps others find me. And as I mentioned, my channel is community supported. I don't get paid for doing this unless you guys click on the links, like and subscribe to help others find me, which grows my channel. or support me on Patreon, enroll in my courses, or do one-on-one coaching with me, that these are the ways that I get paid for creating content. So doing all of those will help me continue to create great content that I can share with you guys. Thanks so much for listening, and I look forward to your comments below.